Welcome, the Couch Coins. Let's get some real names, though, and step up to your mics when you speak.
Awesome. Well, I'm Tim Logsdon.
Right on.
Michelle Cooper.
All right, and I know we're not letting the drummer talk. No, okay, the drummer can talk.
Jay Cooper.
There you go. There's Jay, yeah. They were said, I put a mic over by the snare, and they said, don't get it where he can sing. So,
He's a drummer, so.
We had him leaning way over trying to talk, so that'll work out.
We do have a couple of guys missing, too. We got John Fry that plays the bass, and then Jamie Fry is also missing, who is another girl singer.
Oh, well, sometimes.
Wish we could have them, but they had other...
Hey, I understand commitments, you bet. Sometimes there's just other things that have to be, I'm going to do that instead. I keep trying to think, man, he's just not talking loud enough, but it's because I'm turning up your damn guitar. I bet you can be.
I don't have any problem turning up my guitar.
There, now we can hear you all the way across. So let's get started kind of with the basics. Couch Coins, interesting name, because I know you guys have, some of you have been involved in other bands here in the area before. Yeah. So, let's just start that way. What are some of the other things people may have seen you before the Couch Coins if they go back and...
Wow. Okay, well, I'll tell you, like locally right now, I'm in a band called Eddie Van Haskell featuring the Beeve. And the Beeve is the drummer in that band, but he's actually quitting, and we're just going to Eddie Van Haskell rock that's real. But we're going to miss that Beeve. He's a great drummer. He's a Zeppelin Bonham-style drummer.
Everybody misses the Beeve.
I can't get enough of the Beeve, but...
How late is it? Are we okay? Yeah, we're okay. Okay. What time is it?
And then if you went way, way back a long time ago, I was in another life. I was in a couple of different local bands. I was in a band called Amazon Blonde in the Quad City area. And before with these guys, we were actually part of a group called Toe that did like faith-based music. And we did a couple of CDs, actually.
Cool. Yeah. Right on.
Jay's been my drummer for 10 years. But in this band for 2 years.
Well, that works. So what about you, Michelle? You just following the? I take it, hubby or brother?
No, hubby.
Okay,
yeah.
I didn't want to assume, and we are in the Midwest, so it's not the same thing. So we're okay.
I've been singing all my life, but I've been in choirs, and I majored in music for several years in college, and then a cappella groups, Sweet Adelines, and
right on.
Yeah,
I knew some people in that years ago.
Yes, and I do music at church as well. So,
right on.
Yeah.
Okay, drummer, we're gonna let you talk just a little. Don't get carried away.
Well, I've just been playing with Tim for the last 10 years, so just with Toe and then also with the Couch Coins now.
Right on.
I started playing in 5th grade, but I never, and I'm not going to tell you how many years ago, but, so.
At least 5.
The original, so actually being in a band started 10 years ago.
Right on. Okay, so then the next logical question, of course, is Couch Coins. We all know what they are. Is it because somebody already had the name 50 Cent?
Yeah, well, that's me. I wanted to go with P. Diddy, but T. Diddy,
And someone took that one.
Exactly.
Okay.
Actually, there's another guy that's missing that doesn't like go out and play with us, but he does do some of the acoustic or some of the live stuff with us. Mike Lucas, and he wrote half of the CD. Actually, he did a lot of the music on there. And
I'm talking about Chowder.
Yeah, okay. Chowder, yeah. And me and Mike Lucas were originally just a two-piece. We were the two-man party band, and we had a drum machine, and we'd go around, and they'd shove us in a little corner like this, just maybe the size of this little corner here, and we'd just play a bunch of rock music, brought a light show and everything, but it was kind of fun. But so Mike and myself, we were trying to think of names, and I was spitballing stuff back and forth, and we liked the Couch Coins because it's like that money that you dig up, out of your couch, it's all crusty, it's got lint all over it. That's like us. We weren't playing, and then we got back out again,
And started playing again.
So I used to love to say we're old and crusty and worth about a soda, but you're still happy to see.
Yeah, that dust off those rusty strings one more time.
Right. That's right.
Yeah. Well, let's dust them off. Let's hear. How about something from Chowder? I let everybody know I played the whole album last week, a couple weeks ago, but last week on this show I played the whole album, and I'm a fan of it. I really think it's a great album, and they left a couple here, so we're going to be giving some away here, but definitely put you into the stream. So why don't you give us something from there?
Well, we're going to do the first cut here. Give a shove. This is kind of the interplay between like a girl and a guy when they're first meeting each other, and does she like me? And she's like, I don't know if I want this guy to go this quick, you know. So it's kind of that back and forth, you know.
All right, boys and girls.
It's a collection of awkward love songs, basically. This is the first awkward love song.
Outstanding. Once again, welcome to the performance parlor, if you would please, the Couch Coins.
2, 3, 4. She said, notice me before I leave. So much tension I can barely breathe. But I don't have no tricks tucked up my sleeve. Just trying to find some way to relate to you, and I know you can relate to me too. Moving, dancing, spinning, twirling across the floor. Something about a smile leaves you wanting more. And everything about her is just what I adore. Been trying to find someone who smiles like you, and I want to touch you deeply, but you said, love, don't push it, love. And I think love is a game to us, and I think she's winning. Love, don't give a shove. She said, take some time to find me, 'cause I don't even know the place where I am. You said you can't play a game and win. And I said, you can hate that old top hat, but it's the game that keeps us right on playing. You stopped short and flashed that wicked grin. I've been down this road so many times before, but there's something about you that keeps me moving. Love, don't push it, love. Love is a game to us, and I think she's winning. Love, don't give a shove. She says, take some time to find me, 'cause I don't even know the place where I am. To notice me around the yard. You act like you don't even know what's going on. I said, are you for real, or are you just having fun? She said, I've been watching you fumbling around. Now I need you, mama. Give a shove. Give a shove. That's right. Sometimes I don't know where you're coming from, baby. She said, take some time to find me. Take some time to
Oh, yeah, that gets a bell ring right there. What a great tune. Boy, I tell you, you guys are playing. I had all these questions going through my head, and then I got into the music, and I don't care what the questions are. You know how that happens. So let's talk a little bit about. I mean, Michelle gave us a big history. What about you, Tim, on your history? I mean, you've always been involved in music. I mean, you started, you know.
Oh my, yeah. I had a piano at my house all the time, and there was a violin around that I used to flick around with. But about 7, I started taking my first piano lessons, and then I was involved in trumpet in school, so I did school band for a while, marched, and I started playing guitar when I was about 11. But started with the bass and the guitar probably a few months after. So I've been playing a long time. Went to Augustana College. Didn't get my music degree, but I studied music there. I didn't quite finish, you know, but it's in my heart.
Sometimes you got to go on the road, you know. I mean, you get to that certain learning. No, I know you get to that certain learning point, and it's not that I've learned everything, but I've learned enough.
Well, it's boring. I'll tell you, a lot of the old stuff.
Music theory. I've been through a couple music theory
history
classes.
was bad. I love the theory, but the history was bad. It was
Music theory just used to, man, I just, no.
You know, once they got past Gregorian chant, I just wasn't interested anymore.
Yeah, you know,
But I'm
yeah.
like,
I actually went one year to the state music contest.
Oh, sweet.
Doing Gregorian chants.
Yeah, I love
Oh, this was way cool.
I
Yeah.
think I'm kidding, but I do. I love Gregorian chant. But then, like, you got into the middle, right after Bach, there's this long period where nobody really did anything super innovative,
Yeah.
And yeah, I know there's Tchaikovsky and there's all that stuff, and they're really killing that Bach style counterpoint. But there's no change for a really long time, and it's like, wow, I don't know if I can handle all this history.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. No. And I just wasn't music theory. Just they started to lose me.
That's rough. I'll tell you, I had to actually outline my entire book, and that was the thing that really helped me. Is I had a teacher at Augie that said you have to. Well, first of all, I had this teacher that would call us out. We would come in and he'd just start going down listening. Sing A minor. Sing Mixolydian scale. Sing this, and he'd stand up, and if you didn't know it, he would berate you right there. So that was rough. I mean, it was like, wow, I didn't realize that existed in real life. But apparently, he was bitter and mad because he was in the Midwest itself. He just hated the Midwest altogether, and he was taking it out on all of us.
God bless the teachers.
Yeah.
But that was great. I mean, it was great for the learning because you're so scared to death. You're like, well, I better go to the listening lab so I can figure this out.
Yeah, and now I've got a friend that teaches in New York City. She's a music teacher and has been forever, and we've known each other. And but her way of teaching is, it wouldn't be anything like that. It's come here, kiddies.
Yeah.
I'm all excited. 2 of my kids sang a Beatles song to me today. I got a kid that did some kind of metal thing on his violin. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Just open up and go, well, let's hear another tune. I mean, that's kind of why we're here. Talking's nice. Don't get me wrong. We want to talk. We want to understand. But mostly we want to hear. So what are you going to do for us?
I think we're just going to go right straight down and do as much as we can. We're not going to do Jamie's song today, the story, because she's not here.
Yeah.
But, that's kind of a personal. We can tell her story, though, if you'd like when we get to that point. But the next one off the CD, next cut would be Hard to Love You. And again, it's that thing. This is more like when you're already together and your girlfriend is just smoking hot. But
you're not.
You're not, and everybody else knows it, and they're all over her. And you're like, wow.
We've all been there, when the best friend says, "How did you do that?"
You literally go to the bathroom, and there's guys hitting on your girlfriend.
Yeah, and you're looking in the mirror.
I'm right here.
Yeah.
Right here. Hey.
Well, all right, everybody, all you guys sitting at home, you're gonna crying your beer over a little. You all remember this one. Everyone's going to be sitting at home saying, Mary, I remember Mary. So here we go once again, boys and girls. Please welcome the Couch Coins.
Shackle chains around my heart. Oh, it's hard to love you, baby. You tie me up and make me beg. You're like a knife for every footstep. My heart's pounding in my leg. Baby, so hard to make it right. Oh, it's hard to love you, baby. You keep on twisting till it's tight. Well, I try to be a reason. I don't try to as I might. I love you, baby. Oh, just because you got your eyeliner kicking and your lip balm smacking on down to the liquor, don't fucking them body wise. Like a mile for every footstep. Oh, so high.
Oh, my. 2 bell rings in a row, boys and girls. 2 bell rings in a row. Oh, man. Mama C does the blues show on Sunday nights. Yeah, she's going to be wanting that one for her show. I can tell right now. She's probably trying to call. When are they going to play? What a great tune. What a great tune. So, you guys mentioned, I mean, you've been playing with this band for a couple of years. But, so I guess that's what you say. Couch Coin's been together for 2 years.
Couch Coins have been together for 8 years.
Okay.
Since 2010. Just me and Mike did it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go.
And he went back to school to get his master's degree. So Mike Lucas, shout out to Mike Lucas. All the Lucas people in the Quad Cities, we love you. We love Mike.
Getting his master's degree in what?
Social science. He works in not in the criminal justice system, but as a ancillary to that, in like the kind of parole.
Cool.
And I can't explain it. I'm sure I'm doing a horrible job.
I probably met someone like him back in the day.
Yeah, he may have, but he worked his way up that system, and he's some sort of facilities director.
I probably met someone in his position years ago.
An area director or something. But yeah, his next logical step was like I have to get a master's to move up that chain.
Yeah,
over time,
yep.
So.
Well, that's what they say. So one thing I also didn't mention earlier, I always try to, what's everybody call hometown?
We're from Kirkland.
Kirkland. And still there.
It's still there, yeah.
Actually, you know what? Mitch is from Keokuk, Iowa. We got to give a shout out to Keokuk, Iowa.
Hey, Keokuk, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's 3 different ways. There's the old way, Keokuk.
Yeah.
Or there's Keokuk, or there's Keokuk.
No, to me, it was Keokuk.
Yeah, Keokuk. That's
Yeah.
how.
Mom, you saw I say Keokuk, Iowa.
Yeah, Keokuk. Yeah, oh yeah.
Old
Yep.
school. And I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm from Rock Island originally. And then I lived for a time over in Palatine, Illinois, moved down to Aurora, and now I call home Genoa, Illinois, which is like Genoa, only if you say it wrong, it's Genoa.
Yeah.
That's where we,
It-
Milan and Milan.
If you're,
you know?
yeah. No, it's Milan.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's
and-
right down the road from these fellas.
And Genoa is when you're ordering sausage.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we got it. We got it.
That's for real. And Mike is now living in Chicago, like downtown Chicago, in the Loop. He actually.
Wow, it's like tough to schedule practice, ain't it?
He doesn't practice. He learns his stuff on his own and comes out, and we
And
and
just-
him used to do that. That's what we.
Oh, and you just fit it in, just make it work.
We
Yeah.
would say, hey, let's learn 10 songs this week, and we go out and we just play them, And sometimes, I think I might have broke him one time, though. We played a couple of them, and we didn't know where the breaks went, and he was like, oh, I'm not doing that anymore.
Well, what's really bad is when you learn it in G and they learn it in C. And, yeah.
That's where you got to have that communication, and you're like,
Oh, no, that's when you-
the videos like, hey, this is the version we want to learn, So
Guitar players like me, I know 6 chords. That's why God created a capo. Okay. What do you want? Oh, we're going to play in B flat. No problem. I can capo that and play in G. We're good.
lead singers love capos.
And yep. I play everything in G. I may capo, but I guarantee, man, I was raised by an old country singer. GCD is the holy trinity of music.
Yeah, there you go.
In everything. My dad played country, and then he was in a old timey gospel band for years. And it was 4-part harmony and the holy trinity of GCD. Yeah, that's all.
Jesus music.
Yep.
Love it.
Yeah.
Oh, Southern Baptist. A jump over a pew away from Pentecostal. Just-
Oh.
Sort of Pentecostal.
Yeah.
So, you said you guys, how many side projects? Are there any? Or everybody's pretty much just doing this one right now?
What are you guys doing? Do you do?
Well, we just do this one. We're on the worship team at church.
Okay.
So basically, that's what I do. And
And
answer to your original question is, I replaced the drum machine.
Oh,
When Mike moved into the city, they needed somebody to run the drum machine. We didn't have one, so I just brought my
There were sometimes though when Mike was in the band, and I would grab the mic and I'd just sing and I'd look over and I'd go, that dude is my entire band. Not one dude. So how do you replace the dude that's your entire band? You put a band together. That's
so the obvious question is, did you let the drum machine sing? Oh, okay. I'm
but it did play bass line.
I'm just trying to keep track. I'm just trying to keep what's going on.
Bass though. It did play some.
It did play bass. Well, there you go. All right. Well, let's get another tune out of you here. This is from the album Chowder. When did Chowder come out?
Chowder just came out October 12th, I believe.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty recently. So
drop party. I've been working on this thing for 6 years, though.
that's what everybody usually says about one of their first ones. Man, we've been working on this forever. And then usually the second one rolls out pretty quick because they've had 1,000 songs that they wrote, and they're just not. They didn't make the first cut, so you got to put out a second album just because.
Well, the music's there. It was hard to. I had to buy everything. Number one, to do the recording, so it's all done in my house, and then figuring out how to run everything and then all the software, and then it's like, well, now I need this plug, now I need that plug, and then I was like, finally, hey, I need to put some treatment up in my room. And then at that point it was like, oh, I don't really like a lot of this older stuff, I need to start redoing it. so that's what kind of the holdup was, me trying to figure out how to be a producer and recording engineer and a mastering engineer at once.
And a sound studio and I have that problem because I want to record commercials and I do them at home. My wife won't let me. You're not soundproofing a room in this house. That's just okay. So I got to record everything here. All right, what are we going to do for us now?
Well, I think, what is the next one there? Seize the Day.
Seize the Day. All right.
So this is a beautiful, jaunty tune about being in Chicago and downtown, particularly around the Mag Mile area, or just south of there around State Street, where you can see a guy playing a sax under the L, or some people wandering around, guy maybe asking you to come to Jesus, and
and then someone next to him selling Lucy's.
That probably so. And a guy dressed up in a Spider-Man costume, dancing,
selling cigarettes. Well,
or a vet needing money.
Yeah, there you go, man. Yeah, I tell you, Jaunty Chicago. You had me at Jaunty Chicago. That was enough. So once again, would you please welcome the Couch Coins?
Something about State Street, something about the upper drive in the morning, silver in the cloud lines, shooting like a coral reef from the ocean, and her heels stepping rapid like a heart just pumping through the sky, through concrete. There ain't nothing like the sun beating down on the traffic through the glass and the new steel. It makes me wanna seize the day. Saxophone street beat. You can't sign the deal with pursuit on your bird heels. You can ride it like dots. Mr. Can you split a buck for a veteran? And the wind weapon booming, close shaking, shiver like a bomb in the fourth wind. Eyes on fire, excitement stepping out from the corner, sending chills up my neck beat. It makes me wanna seize the day.
My. Yes, indeedy, boys and girls. We are here on the Homegrown Rock Show presented by Todd's Mudjacking with the Couch Coins. And we're going to be back with a lot more music in just a minute for word from our sponsors. First, the Homegrown Rock Show presented by Todd's Mudjacking. And what a great guest. Would you please welcome once again to the Performance Parlor. This is the Couch Coins.
Hasn't been in ages. Thoughts are racing, can't believe so much to do. Xander will wear a smile etched upon his lonely heart. Who'd have believed it takes so long to find her way? Along the way, oceans raged and forests dead beside the smokestacks billowing and chimney plumes along the road. And I came home today. And I came home today. And I came home today, bursting through the front door. Xander and she will dance before the kitchen stove. He'll read the daily news, and she is in her nightgown. Why couldn't she have come more soon? The tide that carried her away fought against returning. Every moment carried on as if the tide would not allow it. Still, I came home today. And I came home today. And I came home today. And I came home tide that carried her away fought against returning. Every moment carried on as if the tide would not allow it. Still, I came home today. And I came home today. And I came home today. And I came home
Wow, what a great tune. Kind of segues right into the question I was going to ask was about influences. And that one almost had a Lennon McCartney feel to it. I don't know if I'm reading that right or...
That's very Beatley.
Beatley. Oh, I got to write that one down.
It's so interesting, though. It started as like a James Taylor type of thing, as just a solo. I wanted to do it as a solo song because I've been trying to do a solo thing forever and ever and ever too, but I just never get around to it. It's going on. But and then when we started, kind of Mike put his part on it, and I was like, oh, you know, it'd be kind of cool if we did this fade in. So yeah, that was very Beatley. And I heard somebody else say that it sounds like Oasis, like Champagne Supernova a little, and I'm like, yeah, I suppose so. We were playing that song at the time, but I think more I'm drawing off the Beatles, you know.
So what are some of your influences?
Oh boy, everything. But Jay, you have like a big drum influence?
Jay's got a list?
Yeah, the drummer for Jethro Tull, he said. So I'm a Tull freak.
Oh, right on, man.
I just keep the headphones.
Song from the Woods. I love Tull. I love Tull. Even as old as he is, he still does the one-legged stance. He can play a 20-minute flute solo. Come on.
That's pretty good.
Come on.
I seen him 13 times, and then 3 times he had laryngitis, and I had to get my money back.
Oh man. Wow. Yeah, no, yeah. And to name your band after a guy that likes fish is even better. Yeah, come on. Yeah. It's one of those, well, who is Pink? Well, who is Jethro? Well,
Exactly.
he used to grow fish. So, Tull drummer, cool. What better influence? And Tull is a good influence. That's cool.
And then Mitchie.
Mitchie, I like that. Even better than Michelle.
I am.
Mitchie.
I'm Mitch. Yeah, Mitchie. Yeah, well, as you know, Hart.
Oh.
That's, Hart, Pat Benatar, Fleetwood Mac, and Olivia Newton-John.
Just going to go through the list. There you go.
He sounds ridiculously like Olivia Newton-John. Wow.
Oh, man.
So your wife should do some karaoke with Olivia Newton-John. He's like, every time she does.
Have we got a Grease medley coming up? Is that what you're going to try to tell me? Yeah. Oh, man. All right. So then what about the long hair?
Oh, man. Just a whole bunch of stuff.
Looking at you, I'd say Steve Earle.
Oh, boy. You know what? I really, really, really like Hendrix a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm a big, this is a weird one. This is going to come out of the blue to you, but there was a band in the 90s called Delamitri, and I really enjoy their stuff as singer-songwriters. And like a lot of the lyrical stuff is probably Paul Simon and, like the Simon and Garfunkel stuff, James Taylor and some people that, like Jackson Browne can really spin a yarn.
Yeah,
really
yeah. Neil Diamond.
I really appreciate that ability to take, and David Byrne. He can take a like the song about Nothing But Flowers is just basically about a parking lot that's all covered in flowers, and what's the backstory of this parking lot.
Yeah.
It's like he just develops that little moment in time like a great painter, It's awesome, but that's kind of what I'm looking for,
Cool. So then that segues into another one. When you talk about writing and talking about songs, I always try to ask songwriters, so what comes first, the words, and then you put a melody to it, or you got some melody you've been banging around on, and you just throw words at it while you're trying to, because that's how
the chicken or the egg.
Yeah. I wrote a song years ago, and it was because I had this little melody I just kept playing around with, and then it was, okay, I got to put something to this because I got this melody. Yeah. What am I going to do with it?
Yeah, what I do is like the process sort of is, and it varies. The song story that's on there, Jamie had a bunch of words, and I had to kind of take her words and figure out what music went to those words. So, and then whenever you do that, you can't really do the exact word for word of what they give you.
Oh, yeah.
You need to interpret it into the song. So I've done a lot of that, actually. I've done several songs for Chowder like that, where somebody gave me some lyrics, and I just kind of
made them work. Yeah,
made it a song, And then but when I'm writing songs that I write, it's very, very much like it doesn't even belong to me. Almost, it's like I get this song, I get a hook, or I get a verse or something, and the music is with it already, and I have to find something to scratch on, and I do little lines so I can know where the melody line goes up and down. And then you got to go and you got to get it, and you got to capture it and grab it and pull it out of the air before it goes away, because it'll just dissipate and you won't have it anymore.
Right.
Yeah, I wrote some years back, or not some years back, but and I had 2 lines in my head, I bet, for 10 years. Yeah. It was just 2 lines. Yeah. And I just kept, okay. And then pretty soon it was, then I came up with this little, and it wasn't even a melody, it was a riff. Yeah. Just this little riff I kept playing with, and I got to find something to do. And I think I stole it from Neil Young. Right. But it was just this little riff that, I need to do something with this.
Nothing under the sun is new, my friend.
No, everybody, yeah. Everything's been written. I think Lee, gosh, I can't remember his name now, man. An old reggae guy, Lee, but he said everything's been written before. We're just changing the tune. We're just
exactly.
We're just changing the tune. We're just changing the melody. Everything to be said has been said.
But it's interesting that you talk about that, because the song "Etta" that we just did, that came from a trip to Wendy's. I have a friend that works at Wendy's, and her friend is named Ethel. It's Linda and Ethel, and they used to come see Toe a lot. They're dear friends of ours. They would come out and follow this Christian band, and they were like, we called them the Toe super fans. That's how much they loved us and everything. And I came in, I said, how you doing? Well, I'm doing okay. Ethel comes home today, she's at the hospital. Boy, her kitty Zoe is going to be so mad at her when she comes back, and I'm like, if you switch that around,
Yep.
and you change the names to protect the innocent,
God bless Jack Webb.
Yeah, that cat becomes a person sitting there reading the news. So every time I play that song, I think about a kitty reading the daily news.
Yep.
It's a love song
okay.
between an old lady and her kitty.
Oh, okay.
And she passed, and I was blessed to sing at her funeral, and I'll always remember.
And, and you walk up, this is the old lady and the cat song.
Yeah.
That sounds like almost like Hoyt Axton would do the old lady and the cat. Now I'm showing my age when I start naming off stuff like that.
Just a dear friend of ours, though, and I'm blessed to have been able to know her.
And have a song outstanding. All right, well, let's give us something else now, since we're playing everything, or not everything, but we are covering the Chowder album pretty well here. What do we
Like
got
a blanket,
now?
my friend.
What's that?
Like a blanket.
Like a blanket. Yeah, now
rice.
I don't even need to know what it's about. Once again, right here, please welcome to the performance parlor, the Couch Coins.
This one's called Rain. It's 4 in the morning, and the rain's washing down on my window pane. Don't let the rain wash my soul away. Face in my memory, oh, gray skies, leaves blowing down the street. Don't let the rain wash my soul away. My heart's beating loud, it's like a starry sky that can't wait for the night. It's got to shine here. What's a little rain? I can't feel the same, whether it's cloudy or clear as a Sunday late in the summertime. When it's late in November, full of gray skies, leaves whipping down the street. Don't let the wind blow my shine away. In a world of Novembers, got a pocket full of August and a touch of May. Don't let the wind blow my shine away. It's 4 in the morning. It's 4 in the morning, baby. Don't let the rain wash my soul away.
Oh, yeah, that was Rain by the Couch Coins off their new album, Chowder, which we are kind of highlighting here today on the Homegrown Rock Show, brought to you by Todd, brought to you by Todd's Mud Jacking right here on WQUD 107.7 Vintage Radio right here in Erie, Quad Cities. Well, man, oh man, a lot of good stuff here. I lost my, boom, just went. I've never had that happen on stage where you just kind of go, oh, and lost it all.
What's your favorite fried pickles?
Yeah, exactly.
I'll
There you
start
go.
interviewing now.
Good, yeah. You cover it. I'm going to take a break and figure out. Yeah, I've only got 6 hours of radio left tonight. I'm in good shape.
Don't let me talk.
Yeah, we're going to come to the point that I'm actually going to hand the drummer a microphone.
Put a boot in there.
We're going to get to that point, I think. Okay, so you've been playing for so many years. Why don't you tell me something? This is always how I stump the band. Tell us something about your favorite gig.
Oh, wow.
Everybody's got them. One that really, you got to have one that really stands out
You know what was really, there's several of them. I really like a lot of stuff, but this was kind of cool. Me and Jay and Mitch did a show for the Rockford Ice Hogs. We set up in the hallway and played on the intermission, and that was neat, playing our own music out, to the world. And
That'd be
also,
cool.
With the Eddie Van Haskell band, I just did the Call Ballroom a couple times, and I've been there with with the other band, the Amazon Blonde, and also with Street Lethal and a couple of other bands that I was in, and it's just always really cool to be on the Call Ballroom stage.
The Call is such a place, yeah.
It's my favorite place to play,
But mine, I mean, I play in a band, and we don't play a lot. We play some festivals here and there. But mine have always been when we do benefits. We did one for Paige Harlow release. We did one. A friend was working toward her degree and did a fundraiser thing. And anytime we do benefits, I just dig them because But it's always hard to take the band. Hey, I got us a gig. We ain't getting paid, but I got a gig, man.
Yeah.
we did that a lot. We ran a benefit called the Soul Warmer for I think 5 years, was it?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
we filled the place. We would get like some musicians that had their own music, and we'd try to get something that was a wide range.
Sure.
Not us, because and that's like,
Right.
well, we'll fit ourselves in
Wherever it fits in, wherever it be. Yeah.
Yeah, but mainly to highlight and get people some and and raise money for whatever is a good cause. We did, I think, Feed Our Starving Children one year, and
Yeah, and we did the food pantry. And
Those are, those are always great gigs.
Yeah. Sick.
Yeah, I've always
ones.
found I don't mind, and when someone calls, hey, could you come play for? Yeah, we'll figure how to do it. I don't mind ever trying to play for a cause. It's just okay. Whether I agree with it or not, man, I'll still do it. I don't care.
You got to be careful though, because you can fill your entire schedule with free gigs.
And then it's like, man, we did 14 gigs in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Wow, how much did you make? Not a dime. It cost me $400 in gas.
And the gear still breaks, and there's still lights still go out of date every 4 years, and PA still goes out of date every 6 years.
Yep. But you can also find at times where this benefit gig led to someone saying, well, I own a place, or how about coming in? Sometimes it works
That's
out.
very true. Yeah, I've done several of them this year already. We just did one,
last
and
month.
I do one in the spring for the Ranch Riders, and that's the one at the Call.
I know some of them boys.
Yeah. Marky Lewis is a good friend of mine. Mark Lewis.
Right on.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Me and him have a good story of getting in trouble. We were like about 16.
Oh, we all have those stories.
It involves some peppermint schnapps, about a half a gallon.
We all have those stories. Oh.
No good.
No. Matter of fact, it brought back terrible memories. Play a song so I can forget all this. Oh, no.
I'm in.
All right. Pushing Up, is that what we're going to do there? Yeah. Once again, off the new album, Chowder. Where can they get the album? They can get it off your webpage or Facebook page or...
Well, I've got a CD Baby page.
There you go.
Also, you can get it from Amazon, iTunes, Google Music.
Okay, it's available where everybody buys their music.
And you can stream it on Spotify.
Don't tell them that, because then they won't get it. No, you got to tell them you got to go buy it. Don't throw Spotify in there, because that's free.
I love you. Just stream it. If you can't buy it, stream it.
Okay, there you go. There's the answer. So once again, right here at the Performance Parlor on WQUD Vintage Radio, would you please welcome the Couch Coins.
Pushing up slowly, making my way out of the dirt now. Sprawling life almost control me, ready to like a handful of sand now. In this life, there's only so much time. Make it last, make it out to be all that you can make it. I'm pushing up. Back it up, homie. Moving on to something new now. River runs, it's like a whirlwind. Down, don't lose your step now. In your life, there's only so much time. Make it last, make it out to me. All that you can make it.
Yeah, that gets a bell ring. That one definitely does. That's a great tune. Man, what was that about?
Oh, that is about like getting yourself back out there, or not letting the gunk of like the world and everything around just stop you from doing the thing you're gonna do. You know, like I was buried, man, but I'm pushing up, getting out of the dirt and getting up there into the sunlight and letting myself grow.
Right on. Yeah.
Like the homegrown radio show.
Uplifting. Yes, there you go. Oh, man.
107.7.
Man, when someone plugs the show, look out. They just scored another gig. That's just all there. They just became the house band. So upcoming shows, I'm sure you've got such a list. I want to make sure we get everything in that you got coming up.
We got a couple for sure. On the 10th, I'm up at Sully's in DeKalb with the Couch Coins. And then on the 16th, I'm actually filling in with the knockoffs over at Harley Corinne's in Bettendorf. And the 17th, my other band, Eddie Van Haskell, featuring the Beav. It'll be the last Beav show. We're putting away our beaver after that. And that one is on the 17th over at Fargo in Moline. And then I think the next week is Thanksgiving, and I'm doing a wedding with Jamie that weekend. And then after that, I think I'm somewhere back in Iowa.
Man,
Yeah.
get around every weekend. That's
Gotta
cool.
follow the page.
Yep. And so what do you guys do when he's off gigging with everybody else?
Kick back, watch TV. We're supposed to be practicing today.
They give their liver a rest.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, you know, yeah. Mine gave up the fight, but I took it into submission quite a few years back. And yeah, it says no more of that, mister. Yeah. I quit drinking about 10 years ago. I quit smoking about cigarettes about 4 years ago. It's like, man, I'm going to start wearing cardigan sweaters and loafers and yeah. You'll know when I cut my hair and shave my beard, it's all over. It's like Mr. Rogers appeared.
Gotta keep the beard.
Oh, yeah. Everybody, especially long beards. How often do you get this question? How long did it take to grow that? Like, it's still growing. What do you mean?
It didn't stop, no.
Yeah, it's like, how long does it take?
It's been growing a while, though. Holy cow.
I forget when it wasn't like this anymore. All right, well, you know, we got a lot of album to cover, by God. We really do. We got a lot of album we got to get in.
A couple more, actually. So.
We do. So let's go ahead and get one in before we take another station break, because I just want to hear music. So what are we doing here? I guess I could have pulled out the album and gone down the line.
Yeah, this one is Just a Coal, and it's about an old ex-girlfriend, sort of. It's sort of ex-girlfriends and sort of not. You know, it's the song kind of takes on a life of its own after.
Because she's gonna. You don't want phone calls. I know what this is. You don't want them Facebook. I know that one's about me. Yeah, you don't want that. Yeah, you don't want that. So yeah, it's about an old girlfriend. Oh wait, no, she's kind of psycho. It's not about an old girlfriend. I had some of those. I understand.
Yeah, but this one is like, you know, she kind of moved on, and the guy's sad because, you know, she's not there in the house, you know, and he still can smell her perfume and stuff like that, you know. So it's kind of a love song, jilted love song, you know.
Okay, for another big uplifting tune.
It's me, I'm a ball of sunshine.
Man, so far it has been. Oh, here's a real happy tune about some guy that gets dumped and he's just sitting home alone. All right. That is, indeed it is.
It's a progression. He was awkward meeting her, and then she was too hot for him, and then she dumped him.
Yeah. So far, we're really following. Yeah. The album tells a story. It does.
Yeah, look out for the rock opera.
All right, would you please welcome the Couch Coins.
You're headed east back to your home. 2 years have passed so quickly. Wraps and sleeves in an empty home. Because your love burns so high, all that's left was just a cold. Memories fill my old coat pocket. Tears run hot on down my face. My mind is left in disarray. There's a burning in my soul. Because your love burns so hot, all that's left was just a cold. Now my house remembers all of you. The scent of love, the place you lay. And it's 20 lifetimes past, and I've got blisters on my soul. From your steaming, smoking right out low, it burned my heart down to cold.
Oh, man. I know that Mama C is going to want that one on her show. You'll be hearing that one, I'm sure, on the Black Light Blue show on Sunday nights right here. So another quick break. Got to always, pay the bills. Got to pay the bills for the sponsors. So we're going to be right back. We got more. Don't run away, kitty. Would you please welcome again the Couch Coins?
Spend the summer just like a classic film. Lancaster and Deborah Kern. Falling on me as I was falling for you. Time and time never ended well. Out of the sunlit
sand, your hair falls down.
beads of water roll like pearls. Being in love with you moves my world. Gravity pulls me toward you, girl. Falling for you. I never forget that time you made me run. Jumping fences and falling down, falling for you. And that old pirate kept us up all night, watching the night come in smoke. Under the water streaming down on you, warm embrace of a boy and girl. Being in love with you moves my world. Gravity pulls me toward you, girl. As time goes by, you may not remember me, but lost in my head are the things we did and said. You go your way and I'll go mine. Young lust in the daytime. Sand, your hair falls down. Beads of water roll like pearls. Being in love with you moves my world. Your gravity pulls me toward you, girl. Under the water streaming down on you. The warm embrace of a boy and girl. Being in love with you moves my world. Gravity pulls me toward you, girl.
Oh, yeah. Man, oh, man. Excuse me. Couch Coins right there off of their new album, Chowder. Just came out earlier this month. And as you were going down the line, though, you did skip one song because you said she wasn't here. But now you've decided that's okay. So tell us about this song, because I know it's a pretty special one on the album.
So yeah, Jamie came to me. You come to me on the day of your daughter's wedding. And her daughter was getting married, and she said, hey, I've been working on this song, for a long time for the day when my daughter gets married, and I've got these words, you think you could put it to music? And I said, sure, yeah, go ahead and give it to me. And we sat down, and we kind of talked about it, and we went over it, and the wedding came, and at the same time, my mom had passed just a little bit before this, so I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to get everything together for you, and I'll get it so you can karaoke it. I'll give you like a version that has just guitar, acoustic guitar, like a wedding-y, very nice
Sure.
version. And she's like, but I want this ballad version too. It's got to be like an 80s rock ballad, because that's what my daughter wants. She didn't want anything mushy. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll do this for you. So this is like 2 years ago. Yeah, and I'm thinking these people are going to be divorced by the time this thing gets done, right? But I did finally finish it all up, and Mike put the contributions on there. Jay plays the drums on it, and we got Mitch singing and me singing. The whole band is on that one, so it's a nice song. But yeah, it's special in Jamie's heart and us too, because it was for her daughter. She's a lovely girl. We love her a lot too. So it's an awesome tune.
Yeah, that makes up for saying they're going to be divorced in 2 years.
Well, no, I was just thinking I was going to be so slow that it might
okay. I'm just
take
saying,
10 years, and you never know, No, they're going great. They love each other. They're actually going to have a baby. So
Outstanding.
So, yeah.
Well, congratulations. I'm sure they're listening.
Definitely so.
All right. So the song is called
Story.
So once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome, the Couch Coins. We played that one. Jamie, and matter of fact, she got a hold of him. You said that was Jamie's song, but she's down in Nashville.
Yep. She just texted us and said that she got up at Tootsie's and sang a song. They liked her so much they kept her up for another one. So.
Man, can't beat that. So she's texting to say I sang at Tootsie's, and you're texting her back saying we're on the radio.
Yep, that's exactly what I said.
So don't bother us.
We can multitask.
Yeah. Well, that'll work then. And you said you were going to tell a Jamie story. While we were listening to the song, I was messing around with some stuff, and you said, I got a great Jamie story for you.
Yeah, Jamie. She's Jamie. But yeah, Jamie actually she ran her own karaoke business, and before that, she was a singer in a rock band, and she ran this karaoke business. So she's actually like Jamie Fry Entertainment. She does all these things. She does wedding receptions. She does DJs, and she's kind of stopped. She retired from the karaoke, but so she had her own following around town, and I was like, How can I get this karaoke business out of my market? I'm totally honest with you. And
I
he's a great singer, too.
hosted. I did karaoke for 5 years.
Yeah.
I was a host, had a following, and after so many years, it's hearing the same people sing the same damn song 3 times a week. Bad.
And that's where she was.
And that's when it was finally like, man, I just can't do this anymore. I just can't.
Yeah, but honestly, at some point too, like if there's 2 guys and they're standing on a stage, you've heard those same 2 guys for the last 3 years. You need something different, So
Yeah.
I'm like, I can get Jamie in this band. She's already got some people that love her, that follow her. She's a great singer. There's almost no downside, to this whole thing. So we kind of brought her in slowly and worked her way up, and now she basically sings most of the night. Really, I mean, I just sing a few now. She's kicked me out of the
So
lead singer
she's
spot.
kind of taken over the band. Well,
No, I'm just kidding. I mean, we love Jamie, and she goes into that spot kicking and screaming. She's like, no, I can go sit down. It's okay,
Yeah. Oh, we know those type. Yeah. Twist my arm a little more. I don't want to sing. Okay. I'll just come up and do 4 or 5.
I think she really don't, though. She was telling me the other day that she's getting older and the heels hurt her to stand in them all the time.
Tell her it's okay, man. I play barefoot.
Yeah, hey, there you go.
I'm only comfortable when my socks are barefoot. Yeah, no, that's okay. It's okay. You don't have to wear heels when you
Hey,
sing.
Florence and the Machine, she's barefoot.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that I don't have long enough legs to wear heels, so I play barefoot. It just doesn't work.
My legs are just bad.
Yeah, the calves just don't. It's not anything.
Ankles.
All right, well, we've pretty much covered the whole album except one more song. And if I'm not mistaken, it's Stumble, I think,
It is Stumble.
the last song on the CD. And so you got to tell us a little bit about the final song.
So Stumble is it's about somebody that's looking back fondly on a relationship that they had, and they're all semi-autobiographical. So I'm looking back fondly on this relationship with somebody, and thinking, man, if I hadn't been such a screw up, I could have made a life of this person or whatever. And then you see him on Facebook, and everything's perfect on Facebook, right? I mean, nobody has any problems.
It's on the internet. It must be true.
It's got to be true. That's right. So you're looking at. The first line is, there's a light that shines through your window, and it tells me you're home tonight because your shadow softly dancing through the window in the night on the building next door, softly in the light. And
So this is a peeper song. Oh,
that's what people always think. But it is not. That's a metaphor.
Okay.
That's a metaphor for me looking at her life on the interweb.
Okay.
And I'm so far away, I'm not through the window. It's through the window on the building next door and just the shadow of it.
okay. No,
I can't see a thing of
Silhouettes
what's
on the shade.
silhouettes on the shade.
Stole
man.
that from Herman's Hermits.
yeah, there you go. But verify it's not a peeper tune, okay, everybody?
not a peeper
Go
tune.
ahead, get the CD. We're not advocating peeping. It's okay.
If you want to know who I was peeping at, get the CD.
Yeah, there you go. There's a picture on the inside taken with a long angle lens, but okay.
Yeah, I don't even know where she lives.
Oh, it's another one of those. No, it's not about you. We're going to have the lawyers in here before this is over. I can tell. All right. Well, once again, boys and girls, for the final song off the album, Chowder, would you please welcome, once again, the Couch Coins.
There's a light and it shines through your window, and it's telling me you're home tonight, 'cause your shadow's softly dancing through the window in the night on the building next door, softly in the lights. I'll sit beneath the streetlight in the shadows of the night on the street that bears the scars just like my soul. Every now and then a girl can stumble, even if I can't sweep you off your feet. So I'll hang around till you start falling, keep you safe from this gray war-torn lover's street. Now who'd have thought long ago we were lovers, when the world was yours and mine to make our own, and we'd sit and sip the sweetness of a distant melody, the song we hadn't heard since we have grown. Way back when you watched me fumble while you moved and never missed a beat, never stopped to see that I had fallen, trying to catch you on this rock street lover street. Even now and then a man gets humble, yeah, when he gets a taste of love so sweet. But that's the chance you take when love starts calling on the corner of this southbound lover street. Oh, I can't think that you need another lover, 'cause you've got a lot of what everyone needs. Yeah, I'll sit beneath the streetlight where the cold gray shadows fall, keep you safe from this gray war-torn lover street.
Yes, indeedy, boys and girls, the Couch Coins, the album Chowder. Like I said, you can get it in all the places you go, all the online music places. It's there. You know, you can stream it on Spotify, but go buy it. Come on, don't just stream it. Buy it, keep it, collect it, play it for your friends, all that good stuff. I can't thank you guys enough.
Thank
It was
you.
just outstanding. Like I said, look for them. Go see the gig, because we only got 3 members. There's 2 members missing, and it was a great show. Imagine when they add the 2 back. Okay, they're going to add 2 more people to the group, and then. And a full drum kit, and they'll even maybe give him a mic. I don't know. Okay, you know, it's going to be that old "Let the drummer sing." They'll be ranting in the back. You'll hear all the drummer fans in the back. Let the drummer sing. So again, thanks so much for coming in. Man, it was a great show. Check for it on our Facebook or on our YouTube page. Katie was filming everything, and she'll be cutting out the videos and putting them on the. I'm looking at her and she's ignoring me, but she'll be doing that. Katie says yes, she will do that. And we recorded it, so we'll be putting it on the live music archive, so you'll be able to check out the show too. But go buy the CD. Okay, make sure you do it all the other places. Again, thanks guys. We really appreciate you coming in. You get ready to go back in the studio, you record again, let us know. We'll definitely bring you back on, and we'll get it when she's not down there at Tootsie's playing around. We'll get it when the whole band's in town.
Yeah, we'll get the whole band in here next time.
That'll work. All right. Once again, the Couch Coins. Make sure you go catch them wherever they're playing. We got a couple commercials. We'll be right back with Josephus bringing us the schedule for everything that's happening right here in the Quad Cities.
I'm the former Whiteside County